How often did you let me work?
Bro. Oh, this is going to be good.
I don't know how I would stop you from working. You're a grown adult.
Fatality.
Man outsmarts his ex-wife who wanted his inheritance. Check it out.
Let me give you a quick rundown of this court case. I watched the full thing, which was about 3 hours long. I've cut this down into the best bits. But to summarize, they got married in 2014 and they separated in 2023.
Okay.
He then moved back in with his parents when they were separated. She stayed in the family home and she wants alimony, child support, and to keep the house. That's what she was going for. The problem is the house is actually in his parents' name.
The shit's chess, it ain't checkers.
Hold on. Do we have a Hakimi situation right here? Shout out to this man.
So they have evicted her. There's nothing she can do about it. She's
Damn.
not entitled to any of the house and she's pretty mad about it. And she keeps trying to accuse him of hiding assets. The only problem is she can't bring up any proof. And as you're going to see, she constantly asks the same questions over and over again. Also, she never worked during their marriage and they've been separated for over a year at this point. She still hasn't found a job. So in my opinion, she was just hoping that she was going to get awarded the house, alimony and child support and basically get everything for free.
Boy, was she wrong.
But that's not how this went down. So let's check it out.
Do you know if Miss Maddox is currently working? Ashley Maddox?
I don't believe she is.
Is she capable of working?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Does she choose not to work?
Yes.
Does she get disability income or anything like that?
Oh, no.
Okay, why isn't she working?
She chooses not to work.
Okay. Who pays for the children's clothing?
I do.
The zoom in is crazy.
Who pays for the children's food and other needs?
I do.
Are you involved with the children's doctor's appointments?
I have been in the past. We both have been.
Mr. Maddox, do you know where Ashley Maddox is living right now?
Yeah, she lives at, as stated earlier, a home that's owned by my parents. But she is being evicted out of that home. She lost the first eviction and she filed an appeal. So it's just going through the appeals process.
Mr. Maddox, who is DeGuan Taylor? DeGuan Taylor?
Oh, Mr. Taylor is Ashley's boyfriend.
And to the best of your knowledge, have you been around children?
Yes, I seen him driving the Explorer that's in both of our names one day when she actually came to pick up the children. So she was in the passenger seat and he was driving.
And why is this relevant?
Well, Mr. Taylor was released from prison in 2023. We great bodily harm, firearms charges.
And how much you want to bet that she initiated the divorce so she can then live happily ever after with an ex-con and probably has a husband who probably has a clean record?
And is it your desire to have him not around the children?
Yes.
See, this is really interesting, right? So they was together for 7 years. He was paying for everything. He seems like a stand-up dude. And the kids involved in this, one of them is a child they had together. The other one is actually her child from a previous relationship. So he was already being a stepdad to one of her kids. They're now no longer together. And the first dude she seems to get with is a guy who's fresh out of prison on gun charges and violent crimes. And she's bringing this dude around her kids. And I guarantee he's probably living there rent-free. But yet here's the first guy, the guy she married. She's now seeking half of all of his assets. And people wonder why guys like this allegedly hide assets. I mean, come on. Do you really think he would want to give her the house where you got some dude fresh out of pen living there for free? Are you mad? Like, obviously not. And I'm not saying he did hide assets. I'm just saying that's what she's alleging. But anyway, let's keep going.
A quick word from the sponsor of our channel, FathersHaveRights.com. At FathersHaveRights.com, one of our expert attorneys compares marriage to an iceberg. The iceberg represents your future marriage, and you only see 10%. What you don't see are the hidden terms: alimony, child support, custody, visitation. Most men sign that marriage contract blind, focused only on the wedding day. Future husbands, a prenup is the best way to legally protect yourself if you value marriage in our modern day. Hit the link pinned to the top of the comment section to join the hundreds of men securing their marriages the right way.
So Labor Day, your son never texts you and said, Dad, are you getting us this weekend for the holiday since Mom had us the last one?
I don't recall that.
You did not text your son back. I will get you every other weekend like usual.
No.
No, I don't recall that.
And he did not text you back. Is
Objection,
it
Your
safe
Honor.
to say
Asked and
it's
answered.
Okay, sustained. You can't just keep asking the question. He's answered the question. Please move on.
when you were saying you bought everything for the kids, for the wrestling, for the school stuff, the school clothes and everything? Who's done that since 2010?
Who has purchased the kids' things?
Yes.
It'd be me because you're unemployed.
How often did you let me work?
Bro. Oh, this is going to be good.
I don't know how I would stop you from working. You're a grown adult.
Fatality.
How dare you?
You know about my health issues,
I've never seen any health diagnosis.
Is this chick on
Pertaining to you.
drugs?
but you were my husband since 2014.
Exactly.
You had to take care of me.
No,
I was not prescribed medication.
not that I'm aware of.
I did not go see doctors.
You may have went to the doctors. Lots of people go to the doctors.
I don't have a little disorder called POTS.
Not that I'm aware of. I've never seen a medical diagnosis stating it.
And that's what you get with the lawyer.
You would like me and my kids, which were named on the eviction notice, all other occupants, to leave the home that we've been living in since 2010. And I've been their primary caregiver since you left this home. So you can move in here. And you are solely one person.
I'm not the owner of the home. I had nothing to do with the eviction. But since you are being evicted, yes, I may move down to that home, which my parents own.
Who's paid the bills here since 2010?
Who's paid the bills there?
Yes.
I've paid bills.
Yes, you have. Who paid for the remodels that have happened to this house? Probably over $60,000. Who paid for those?
I have no knowledge of $60,000 worth of remodels, but what's the relevance?
Did you get new windows in the house?
Objection, Your Honor. I don't see how this is relevant.
Okay, ma'am, how's it relevant? Any improvements or repairs to the house?
Why is she fidgeting like that? Like, why is she moving around?
Because this was our home. This was Michael's home until he decided he wanted to divorce me. Now it's all of a sudden their home.
She was probably cheating.
Well, ma'am,
How many assets of ours have your parents had in their name?
None.
The Buick you drove since 2011 when you got it until you changed it into your name was not driven by you and
That
you
was-
only?
It wasn't my asset until I bought it off of them. And then, yes, the title was transferred into my name.
I don't understand why she's asking these questions. Even if they did spend $60,000 renovating the house, or even if she did, that money would have come from him because she's unemployed. Her
Right.
whole lifestyle is funded by this guy right here. And I'm assuming he probably funds the guy who's just got out of prison as well. Now, her next line of questioning, she's going to try and compare the guy who's just got out of prison for violent crimes and gun charges to his mum, who apparently had a car crash when she was 19 years old. So bearing in mind, this dude here is about 40. His mum's probably about 60. So we're talking 40 years ago, all right?
I said, so Mr. Taylor, you have an issue with his legal history, yes or no?
I'd prefer for him not to be around my children.
Does your mother not have a negligent high charge?
I'm sorry, what? No,
Does your mother not have a negligent charge?
no, I don't believe so. Negligent. I guess I'm not even really sure what that is, to be honest with you.
Your mother wasn't in a car accident when she was 19 years old and somebody that was in her car?
I'll sustain the objection. I don't know how her having a.
He has an issue
Ma'am,
with...
stop. When
You know what's horrible about this? When I hear people say, hey, if you're ever going through a divorce with somebody, that won't be the same person who you married. Most people will probably believe that because you get to see the worst of the worst. The Bible says, even the Bible says, the heart is the most deceitful thing above all things, who can understand it. The worst of people, when they allow that part to come out, is very, very bad. A lot of people think they're above that. If you're in the middle of a battle and a war, you may surprise yourself. I'm not trying to say that I'm better than anyone else here. I'm just simply saying that the fact that she would bring up what is probably something he shared in confidence, something that was probably very difficult in this moment, just to stick it in him, is evil.
I'm making a ruling, you stop talking. I don't see how
Stop.
relevant it is if his mother having something when she was 19 years old is relevant to these proceedings.
Right.
He said that
I'm
he had an
sustaining the
issue.
objection.
What
Move
was the
on.
point of that? Disgusting.
Okay. The IRA that you have, whose name is that in?
That's an inherited IRA, and it's not in your name.
It was inherited. Was that in the will?
Kind of how inheritances usually work, wills, trust. I don't understand the relevance to the question.
You didn't tell me that it wasn't in the will. It was given to you almost 2 years after he passed away, wasn't it?
I don't know if you understand how things happen when there's a trust and a will, but you don't always get the money. Like, you don't get it like the next day after someone passes away. But once again, it's inherited IRA and you're not on it.
IRA is financial.
It's inherited. It's not your property.
Who inherited it?
Me.
You inherited $400,000?
No, I didn't.
Who inherited the rest of that then?
I don't know what you're referring to. The rest of what?
When you received that IRA, you did not tell me that it was $400,000 to be split amongst you, your brother, your parents, and your mom's brother.
I did not tell you that.
All this woman cares about is money. Look at those eyes. I paused it at the perfect moment.
I also can't speak to what other people have inherited. I can only speak to what
I'm asking you if that is what you said to me.
I already just answered it. No, I didn't tell you that.
Ma'am, yeah, you haven't produced any documents to show that anything has been hidden.
Right.
And I've given you some leeway to get into that. And you simply come back to the same thing, that he's hiding stuff, but you don't have any documentation that he's hiding anything. So unless you can produce anything, you need to go into a different line of questioning.
I have asked for alimony, so I don't know why that's not being discussed. He kept me home since 2010, so I do not understand why I would not be getting it. He has paid for everything up until, he hasn't even stopped right now. So, I mean, you've taken care of it for that long.
He hasn't even stopped taking care of her and the dude that's in there clapping her cheeks. This is insane.
You see what I'm saying? Because he's been taking care of it that long, she just expects him to continue taking care of it in the form of alimony and child support. Oh, and a free house. Oh, and all the inheritance that he may or may not have got off his parents. She wants that, but he was obviously smart enough to either hide it or it never existed in the first place. I'll let you guys decide which one is true. But anyway, let's get on to the final bit. This is when the judge basically tells her what she's getting. And yeah, she's not exactly too happy.
When I come up and calculate all of the amounts owed back and forth to the parties in this matter, it looks like that there is quite frankly, the court looks at its minimal amount, means that the plaintiff would be entitled to receive the sum of $1,304.45 to equalize all of the personal property and the 401k. So the court would order that she would in fact receive that money, the $1,304.45, either
Is she crying?
through a payment by the plaintiff to her, which shall occur within 90 days of today's date.
Hold on. I'm trying to be better.
Or through a quadro for that particular amount. I'll leave it up to your client as to what he wants to do, being that it's a minimum amount. He may want to simply pay that in cash. If he does, then the amount under the 401k is awarded solely to him, free and clear of any claim on the part of the defendant.
So there you go. She did not get what she wanted because, well, it wasn't in his name. So there you go. Now, it's also worth noting that the kids, I think, were 10 and 13. So it's not like the kids were young. It's not like they were newborns where she would have ideally liked to have been home looking after them. No, they're 10 and 13. They go to school. So
Right.
she has no excuse to not get a job and provide for herself. Obviously, he's going to pay child support,
Right.
which is fair enough, but none of the other stuff she wanted. And also, in the full court hearing, she constantly tried to argue with the judge. That's never going to help you, is it? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, it's not. It's not. She's crying because she could not secure the bag following this divorce. I was also going to check out some of these comments, see what the people have to say. This top comment here says, this guy needs a medal for putting up with that woman for so long. Somebody else here added, a woman that talks like that is an immediate red flag. Somebody responded back to that comment and says, her shirt was the clearest indicator of them all. Somebody else here added, the fake crying at the beginning. LMAO. And somebody else here says, I bet the convict boyfriend is going to be gone now that the big payout she expected isn't happening. Somebody else here says, she's literally dressed as a red flag. Somebody else here added, the girl definitely got legal advice from Facebook or something. Another person who says, I'm on a roof in the UK in the wind and the rain. Watching her get upset made me so happy. It gives me hope in humanity. Another person who says she thought he inherited 400K, but she didn't know he had to share that inheritance. It's sad, someone trying to claim another person's inheritance. Another person who says she's only crying because she has to actually get a job. Exactly. That's exactly what's happening here. Hey guys, as always, I appreciate you checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. To my currently engaged or soon to be married men, if you need a prenup and would like a guide that shows you how to get a solid and legally binding prenuptial agreement, hit the link into the top of the comment section and access your guide at fathershaverights.com today.